It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we've got some history in this battle of AFL alumni. It's the Bolts and the Silver and Black. All that and more coming up next.
Opened in 2020 and immediately one of the main attractions here on the Las Vegas Strip. Welcome everyone to Allegiant Stadium. Thanks for joining us, everyone. With my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. And like so many matchups in the NFL, Brock, our focus goes right to the quarterbacks in this one. Both of these guys, players who've been around the league now for some time, they've definitely established themselves as veterans who know how to win football games.
Yeah, I think the word of the day, Kate, is definitely experience. Two guys who've been through the season several times over, have seen a lot at this point in their career, and been through quite a bit on the field. All that experience is stored up there right between the ears. And the one who is more skilled at leveraging that experience, more than likely is going to come away with the win.
Daniel Carlson ready to get us started. And we're off and running in Las Vegas. Darius Davis to return it. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So now out comes the Charger offense for their initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by someone known for putting up numbers since he entered the league back in 2020, the Oregon product, Justin Herbert.
True story. First time I saw Justin Herbert at a Pac-12 Media Days, I thought, that can't be Justin Herbert. That guy looks like a defensive lineman. He is massive. But then you watch him play and you realize he's one of those 6'5", 6'6" guys that's the athlete of a 6'2". The way that he moves so effortlessly, the way that rocket arm can throw the ball all over the field, and hyper productive statistically. Kind of like that Fouts guy that wore the lightning bolt before him. On any given Sunday, this guy can put on a show.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. First run of the game for J.K. Dobbins. Runs into traffic and hits a wall. No gain. Brought down by Christian Wilkins. Nothing for them on 2nd down, and now it's 3rd and 1. Now a give to Edwards, running left. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Well, we're going to pause here, and for good reason. One of the Raiders was injured on that play and is being tended to. So on 4th down, here's J.K. Scott on to punt it away for the Chargers. Fair catch made a little beyond the 20-yard line. So here come the Raiders now for their opening drive. They're brought out by someone who's kept the exact energy now as he had when he entered the league back in 2019. It's Gardner Minshew.
Kate, I don't know how many people know the story of Gardner Minshew and how close he was to becoming a GA and coaching. Mike Leach got on the phone with him and said, hey, why don't you take one more swing at this thing? Come out to Pullman, Washington, and lead my pirate ship. And all he did with that mustache was light the college football world on fire. And all he's been in the NFL with multiple organizations is that same spark plug that just makes something happen. As a play caller, Kate, I would always be a little cautious of a 1st down draw. I like it better when that defense is anticipating pass. Well, they were only anticipating getting the backfield and making that running back feel the pain.
Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Tackled on the play by Poona Ford. The Chargers into a nickel set, 3rd down. From the shotgun, Minshew. Into the hands of Tucker, complete. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's good for a Raiders first. Up the middle they go with Madison. And they bring him down after he ran through him up to the 43. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3. They'll go right back to Madison. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
going to the ground again on first. And he reaches midfield and starts driving into Chargers territory. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. Here's Madison again. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. That was Asante Samuel Jr. there on the tackle. Only a yard on the pickup, so that's going to bring them to 3rd down and 3.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Handoff goes to Madison, running right. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Inside handoff goes to Madison. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Stopped by Deion Henley. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, Minshew. That's taken in by Tucker. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down. Quite the opening drive they put together, partner. New set of downs all the way down to the 25. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
No luck finding his receiver that time. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Minshew working from the gun. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up. Daniel Carlson out to try this Raiders field goal. It's on the right hash for this 39-yarder. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that's going to get them on the scoreboard.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
Carlson all set now for the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. So the LA offense getting out there for their 2nd drive. And they haven't gotten their legs under them on offense just yet, Brock. 3 plays and a punt on their opening drive. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook. That's a catch for Hayden Hurst. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. New set of downs for him at the 38. Here's Herbert, 1st and 10. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Another try following the sack. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. This one misses the tight end. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Shotgun snap to Herbert. And that one's too far in front of him, so now they're facing 4th down. That's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage waiting for it. They were thinking interception for a second. And incompletion is still pretty good, too. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And that's out. We're just waiting for the spots. They're going to say it cleared the sideline over top the 14. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. 2nd drive coming up for the Las Vegas offense. Here's Madison.
And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
That's the kind of run that shows he's trying to take some stress off the passing game to provide big plays. What a great help to that side of an offense when the ground game can deliver chunk plays too.
The lateral goes haywire, live ball. And it's scooped up by the Chargers. And they stop him before he gets much on the return. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Now an inside handoff to Dobbins. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Gonna be second down.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Herbert from the gun. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down. So once again, J.K. Scott out to punt it away. And he's had a very busy game already, Brock. Third time they've called on him as he gets this away. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. They go with Madison here. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Man, he's been having a great first half, really playing a key role so far in this offense.
But you know and I know what's coming, Kate. We call them adjustments, right? You hit a homer, you take that fastball deep, you're not going to see it anymore. And you get run up.
Time now for the second quarter. Raiders in possession. They've got 1st and 10 here, looking to add to their lead. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Play action, it's Minshew. That one's on the mark, Jacoby Myers. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Well, Kate, a 2-yard run on 1st down, I think that keeps you ahead of schedule, but you're going to have to pick up the pace.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. To the ground with Madison. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. 1 yard on the run, so just 3 yards across those last 2 carries. It's 3rd and 7. Here's Minshew. Complete beyond the marker. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first. Running right, it's Madison. And he's stopped down at the 16 after a small gain. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Here's the give to Madison. And second verse, same as the first. He's bottled up at the line of scrimmage.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Minshew now on 3rd down. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Derwin James picks it. Well, they were thinking at least a field goal on the drive if they couldn't reach the end zone, right? But the interception keeps them from even getting 3 out of this possession.
You really hope at the end of this game you don't look back and go, shoulda, woulda, coulda. If we could have gotten some points out of that drive early, we wouldn't be in the situation we are in now.
Dump off to his fullback. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. All right, here we go. Second down. Straight ahead. Here's Dobbins. His foray up the middle. Nets about 3. Marcus Epps making the play. Looking at a tough spot to punt it away if this third down is unsuccessful. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Oh no, ball's loose. Ball's loose in the end zone. And he gets to it in the end zone. This is going to be a touchdown. The Raiders capitalize on the turnover and add to their lead. As soon as that football hit the ground, Brock, we were just waiting to see, would it be 2, would it be 6? Who's going to get on it? It all came down to who jumped on it first.
Yeah, and in that mad race to the football, Kate, it was 6 points at 1 out. They were alert. As soon as they hit it and forced that ball out, quick to get on it before anybody on offense could try to salvage things and limit that significant damage.
That one splits the uprights. And the Raiders make it a 10-point ball game. Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. On the return, here comes Davis. He stopped on the return at the 27. Possession switching back to the LA offense as they head out. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Throwing now from the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. A give right side to Dobbins. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss. Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. Herbert with a blitz coming. That's complete. It's the rookie from Georgia. What a play on 3rd and 13, and this drive will indeed continue.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And he's stopped at the 31-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A split second, all that kept the defense from making a stand right there. It's amazing, man. This game of inches and split-second reactions. A nice bit of burst, surge forward for enough to go get that first by a couple before they could finally drag him down.
Hits his tight end on the corner route. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. So it's the 2-minute warning here from Allegiant. The Chargers pushing for a late spark before halftime. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Herbert now, blitz coming. Rolling left, buying some time. And he has the Los Angeles touchdown. The Chargers make it a 1-score game before halftime. Justin Herbert with the touchdown. Now it's Cameron Dicker on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chargers cut it to a field goal game. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. It's Amir Abdullah with the return. And he gave it his best to get to the 25, just a step or two short of it. He's out along the 24-yard line. The Raiders and Alexander Madison ready for another go on offense. They seem likely to carry the lead into the locker room, but some points here to end the half could make things even more comfortable. First and 10, Minshew. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Minshew looking to throw. That's knocked away by a defender, incomplete. That one vehemently swatted away. So they're left facing third and long.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, well, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
That's caught for the first. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. They give it to Madison. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. Ball on the 45, first and 10. They'll run. This is Madison. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
The give now to Madison. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. He musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4. Now Minshew. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line. They're now set for first and 10. Hand off to the back. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Back to the well again. And he gets them a little closer to the end zone, down to the 6. A timeout taken by Vegas. That's its second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. 3rd and 4 coming up now. Another carry for him. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Now the Raiders using the last of their timeouts. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Might be trying to power this across, Brock. They've got 3 tight ends out there. It's 1st and goal. Back-to-back carries here. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down. Second chance at 6 here. It's 2nd and goal. And he's in for the touchdown. The Raiders will add to their lead at the end of the half. Well, Brock, not sure the play they were running was all that disguised, but with the personnel they had out there, it was going to be tough to stop him either way.
Yeah, there's a great debate. Is it the X's and O's or the Jimmies and Joes?
Yep.
No debate there. That was the Jimmies and the Joes in their want-to run it right down their throat.
Carlson good on the extra point. And the Raiders make it a 10-point ball game. Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. On the return, here comes Davis. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down. All right, some adjustments in store, no doubt about that. They're headed to the locker room trailing as he kneels to end this first half. We're at halftime here in Vegas. The Raiders defending their building thus far. As we hear from Jonathan Coachman over in Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports Halftime Report. It was a running back, Alexander Madison, who put together a solid first half. He's already over 100 yards rushing for the game and has a touchdown run as well. These two teams heading out of the tunnel. We're ready to get back to it. For the call of the second half, here is the great Kate T. Scott. Kate?
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. Here's a return from the 7. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. The Raiders and this running back headed back out for a new series. They get that big old marker out, cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. Up the middle they go with Madison. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Stopped by Deion Henley. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. They'll go right back to Madison. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. That's Denzel Perryman in on the stop.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused, and they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
Minshew to throw on 4th down. And as that one falls incomplete, all eyes shifting to the flag that was thrown. If it's defensive, we've got a first down here. Coach can plead his case all he wants, but we know it's going to fall on deaf ears. They call that interference, and it cancels their 4th down stand. Running it after the penalty. And he's going to run this down to the 36-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next. Here's Madison again. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Makes the handoff. Now Minshew. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Enough goes to Madison, running right. And he'll only find 1 yard up the gut, 2nd down. Inside handoff goes to Madison. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Here's Madison. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
Going jumbo set on this 1st and goal. They give it to him again. Runs it in for the Las Vegas touchdown. The Raiders grow the lead coming out of halftime. And he is all smiles down there. He's got his 2nd rushing score this game, and they've got an even bigger lead in this second half.
Well, we know it because we call these games week to week, Kate. Almost every single one of them seems to be a one-possession nail-biter. To build this kind of cushion and to do it with the strength of his legs, yeah, they're worthy of those smiles down there.
Carlson's extra point is good. And the Raiders take a 3-possession lead. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. And that one is going to go out of bounds. Wow, they're going to get great field position out of this. So march it forward after they accept the penalty. 1st and 10 from the 41. Herbert. Finding Hurst. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
On 2nd down, here's Dobbins. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
First and 10, here's Herbert. Has him on the quick hitter. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Just 2 yards there on the carry. They're going to need another 2 now on 3rd down. Again, they'll run with Dobbins. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a 1st down. They're set up at the 35 now. 1st and 10, Herbert. Caught by his fullback behind the line. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on 1st down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
Finds McConkey. And they get this down to the 28.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush your passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Herbert now to throw on 3rd. Completed to Hurst. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Throwing on 1st is Herbert. Throwing the out route complete. And able to get this down to the 15 before going out. 2nd and 3 now. They run the counter with Dobbins. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
On 3rd down, Herbert finds him over the middle. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball.
And all their pressure gets it done. That's a sack on 4th down as they force the turnover.
Well, this play never had a chance between the pressure at home and the coverage downfield. QB still got to find a way to throw it up and give somebody an opportunity to make a play.
This offense headed out as we get a look at their running back. And I think we can agree the plan to keep him out of the end zone, it hasn't quite worked so well for this defense, at least not yet. He scored twice, really been the one his group can turn to for a spark or a big play when they've needed it. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They go with Madison here. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Brought down on the effort by Derwin James. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. Here's the give to Madison. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it. So we're through 3 here. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the 4th quarter. They've got first down from the 31. To the ground with Madison. And his charge towards the line, it's right around 3 yards.
These are the kind of runs, Kate, that just soften up a defense. Keep working on them, keep working on them. And eventually you're going to break one of those counters for even bigger yardage.
They give it to Madison. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. He musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4. Throwing here, Minshew. Yeah, this one is dropped and incomplete. He had the pick in his hands, couldn't hang on. It's going to be 4th down. Lucky that didn't end as an interception. And 4th and 4 coming up.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
They'll run. This is Madison. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. So the run doesn't get the yardage. It's a turnover on downs. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Gets this to McConkey. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And it brings up an LA first down. Herbert from the gun. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Another try following the sack. He's going to push one deep. He's got it deep downfield. And that's a Los Angeles touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
That one right down the middle. And the Chargers cut the lead down to 10. That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. Abdullah now to return. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33. Out comes Las Vegas on offense. And they're already up by 2 scores, Brock, but another one here would really put this one out of reach. The give now to Madison. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Here's Minshew. This is hauled in by Myers. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. All right, I'll set up now, 1st and 10. Right up the gut. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1. Running right, it's Madison. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
Not trying to do too much there. Short yardage situation. Just make sure you get to the marker and reset those chains.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Another carry for him. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Hey, look, any run of this size is going to wound a defense. But you get this game going right up the heart of their defense, you start to break their will and break their pride.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
To be a stud back in this league, it takes more than just checking the athletic boxes. There's an IQ, a feel, a patience and craftiness required along with just tremendous vision. He showed all of it navigating that run up the middle.
And he drives this forward to the 6. Well, we've talked about this before, Brock. The thinking's simple but effective. We'll stop getting it to this guy when you find a way to stop him, and they have yet to do that today.
You know, there's just certain things up in this booth that I love. I think you can feel it emanating from me. And one of them is when you impose your will, and you don't back away from it. If they can't stop it, run it right at them.
White trying this straight ahead. And he's got them down to the doorstep inside the 5. A 5-yard pickup sets him up with 3rd and goal from the 3.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult 4th down decision.
Here we go, right up the gut. And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. They only get a yard that time, and we have reached the 2-minute warning. So now on 4th down, the Raiders elected to send Daniel Carlson out for the field goal. It's a chip shot, this one straight ahead. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that pushes the lead up to 13.
That kick, well, it throws a roadblock up on some of the remaining avenues to get back in this game and really leaves only 1 remaining. It's going to take 2 touchdowns if they want a shot at it. And we know those odds, they're getting pretty long.
Carlson all set now for the kickoff. On the return, here comes Davis. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Now LA getting its offense all set to go. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. Here's Herbert, 1st and 10. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Trayvon Merrick has it. And the Raiders are able to bring this back to the 35-yard line. He steps in front and picks it off. Looked like he missed the spot there, partner. Maybe because he threw it on the run?
Yeah, I think that's exactly the case, Kate. You know, you get set in the pocket. This game is fast anyway. Things are flying, but once you get on the run, it is a whole nother speed and really becomes advantage defense as they take it away.
The Vegas offense getting set for another drive now. They're looking to just hang on to the ball through the finish. Defense has all of its timeouts, but with this game out of reach, a good chance they just let it run. Up the middle they go with Madison. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. Here's Madison again. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. LA uses a timeout here. It's 2nd. Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. They'll go right back to Madison. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs. The Chargers call a timeout. That's their last one. That's all they had. So the offense free to start running the clock down now. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. He goes to a knee as time winds down in this one.
This is situational football at its best. There's still some time left to bleed off the clock, but the really important thing here is you've got to bleed every second of that clock that you can.
Second down, probably going to see him kneel it again here. Inside handoff goes to Madison. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
He'll take a knee here as that clock approaches the 40 seconds remaining mark.
There's still some time to bleed off the clock, but the important factor is that the defense is helpless to stop it. You could just run that clock down as far as you're able and take off every single second.
Fourth down now. Another kneel would stop the clock and turn it over. Let's see what they do here. And the play clock hits 0. This is going to be delay a game. Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty. So now on fourth down, the Raiders elected to send Daniel Carlson out for the field goal. It's a 38-yard look here. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that'll give them a 16-point advantage.
So many of these players on the field, Kate, they just strive for consistency, but not the kickers. They strive for perfection, and so far, he's just that.
Carlson all set now for the kickoff. On the return, here comes Davis. And he's brought down, Brock, and that brings this ball game to a close. So put this in the win column for the Raiders. And Brock, we all know any win is a good win, but playing against a division rival, oh, it always feels so much better dealing them one in the L column.
These are the teams that know you best, Kate, but also the ones that you know best. So yes, it is just a little bit sweeter when you take care of business in your own division.
And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. The Raiders winners as we bid